Hello everybody, welcome to Kurdish lessons again. So today I am here to record our second reading session. So probably you all will remember our previous session. We were reading Erebê Şemo about his life, his village life, his family. Now we will continue with second part. Now let me share my screen. So in the previous video, we read the beginning of the first part. So we read this part about Malbat, Uzarut Yaman. And in this session, I want to read the beginning of the second part. So I decided to read the beginning of each part, hopefully till we finish this book. Just to give you an idea about Kurdish urban life, not urban, but village life, okay, countryside life. So the second part is called Keremeye Pichuk, Shvania Molokan. So Keremeye Pichuk, our little donkey, okay? So you see here, we have extended izafe. That's why we need ye, because with this kereme, we connected our possessive kereme, but you want to say our little donkey, so you need another izafe, okay? Kereme ye pichuk. Kereme ye pichuk. Let me make it a bit bigger. So it is ye, because here it is the gender of the donkey is male, okay? Keremeye pichuk. If it was a female donkey, you would say kerame ya pichuk, okay? Our little female donkey. And if you want to say our little donkeys, you would say kerenme yen pichuk. So you see here, Keren yen pichuk. The more you have possessive or modifiers, the more you need izafe endings. Okay, if you want to say our little sweet donkeys, you will say Keren mayen pichuk yen sherin. Okay, Keren mayen pichuk yen sherin yen dalal yen jehati. Okay, the more you have adjective, the more you need izafe, okay? So, and the second part of the title is Shvania Molokan. So Molokan, Molok or Molok, I think they are called, or Molokan. Molokan is a group of people who live around Armenia in Soviet times, I guess. I'm not sure if still there exist, but they were Christian, I guess. They were not Muslim. They were Christian, and Shvania Molokan is like shepherding of Molokans, like being a shepherd for Molokans, okay? So in this part, we will see the family of Erebê Şemo will move to another village, which belong to Molokan, and they will work for them. I mean, this Erebê Şemo and his family will work for Molokan. So let's read our text firstly, and then we will check the vocabulary, the grammar, okay? Bavo ku genim ji xwediyê dewaran distand, bi pişta xwe dibire êş. 1 second. Okay, from beginning. Bavo ku genim ji xwediyê dewaran distand, bi pişta xwe dibire êş. Gelek hez dikir ku kerekî wî hebe. Hingê ew ê şogil hêsanîtir bibe wî pir caran digot. Bê dewarekî îşê me dijwar bû. Ji bo îşekî nehêja, diviya bû em serê xwe li ber cîranan xwar bikin. Kulak, gundiyên têrmal û pere, ker didane me lê ne bê tu tişt. Ji bo kiriya wî rojek an du roj ji me xebat dixwestin. جبو كرينا كركي باوو هر سال 2 روبل پرای روسی 5 قرش لبنانی داتانین آلی کی. پشتی 3 سالان 6 روبل بگرهکه که مزن ده پاچکه که ده پاچک ده علبکه که تنکه ده و علبک ده خرجه که ده هاتبون وشارتن. بسه آن 4 روبلندن اما بکاربن کرکی جخوره بکرن باوو دگو. گلک جاران باوو گریکا بسرودگر و پرین پاخرین گرانبها جه والا دکرن. بدادره جارکدن او دجمارتن. ده حسابا خوده خوشاش دکرن. و دجیده جنوب دجمارتن. جارنا امزارو جدنگ وان شیاربویی ملوان دنیری چاوا دجمیرن. بهورکن 5-3-2 کوپک پرای روسی روبل پکتانین. پشتر پاچکا پرته ده داتانین نو علبکی و علبک جی لناف خورجکه. دوی زوستانه ده باوو لجم یونانه کی بناوه پالکا فریاندوفیلوف دخبتی. اوی عاشق و گلک پز هبون. لبهاره لمها آداره 4 روبل دان باوو. سردجی بو خباتا ویا باش جیره پالتویا عسکری یا کره فریاندوفیلوف هدیه کرن. لدورا حیوان ما چنبرت گرد و بحاله هلا ما اوبر هندره کادونه. Now let's start to understanding the text. So the first part is باوو کگنم جخودی دواران دستند بپشتا خود برایش. گلک حزد کرکو کرکی وی هبه. هنگه اوه شغل حسانی تر بوه وی پرجارند گو. So the father, so ku is our dad, as you know, but in some region it is used as demaku, like when. Gavaku, demaku, ku only, okay, when. دماکو گنم جهودی دواران دستند بپشت خود برایش. Like when ganem is our wheat and dawar is like it's used for big animals, okay, not sheep or rams or lambs or goats. It's for big animals, and it is mostly for the animals that you can like carry something with him, like donkey or horse, okay. And ash is our meal, but here it is ash because it is masculine oblique form, okay, like bajar, bajer, okay. So it's like dad when he was taking the wheat from the owner of animal. Wait 1 second. So the father, he was taking this wheat from the owner of animals, and he was taking this wheat on his back to the mill, okay? So he was carrying these burdens, these wheats on his back, because he had no any animals, any dawar, okay? Any livestock. So Galek has the kirku kareki we have it, like he wanted too much to have a donkey. Okay, so habe, it is from habun. Habun, it is our to exist. So literally, he wanted too much to exist a donkey for him. Okay. So we perjaran the god. He used to say many times, Hange awe shogol hesani terbabe. Like then the work will be easier. So hesan, hesaniter, like easier, okay? You know this comparative suffix. Neuter, pchukter, mesenter, hesaniter, okay? So hange awe shogol hesaniter babe, then the work will be easier. So the next part. Be dawareki he shemed jwarbo. Like without and without an animal, without like donkey or horse, دواركي هي شيمة دجوار بو. So عيش or شغل or car all are the same and it means work. Okay, so like without an animal our work was hard. هي شيمة دجوار بو. Okay, دجوار زحمت زور gran sometimes we use for heavy like hard. Okay, جبو عيشكي نهجا دویا بو ام سر خو لبر جیرانان خوار بکن. جبو عیشکی نهجا for not a like costly work, not a valuable work, like for a small work. دویا بو we had to, it is دوی in the present, دوی as bichum, and in the past دویا بو as bichum, I had to go. Okay, جبو عیشکی نهجا دویا بو ام سر خو لبر جیرانان خوار بکن. So here the verb is سر خو لبر تتتتند خوار کرن. So to bow one's head in front of someone. So it says we had to bow our head in front of our neighbors for a very small work. Okay, like in order to want their animals, their donkey from them. Okay, so kulak gundien termalu pere kerd daneme le nebe tutisht. So like kulak, it's a name for like I think in that region for Malakan. Gundien termal upera, like the villagers who had enough property and money. So kulak, these people, kerdedaname, they used to give us their donkey, but not without anything. Okay, not for free. Ne be tutisht, not without anything. Okay. Jibo kriyawi, like for its renting. Rojek and Durosh jma khabat tokhwasten, like they wanted us to work for day or for 1 day or for 2 days in order to rent this animal. Okay, so jma khabat tokhwasten, they used to want work from us. Okay, so the next part. جبو کرینا کرکی باو هر سال 2 روبل پره روسی 5 قرش لبنانی داتانین آلی کی. Like in order to buy a donkey, جبو کرینا کرکی, like for buying a donkey, the father, the dad, باو هر سال each year 2 rubles پره روسی, like Russian money, 50 coins of Lebanonian, I think we say, datanin aliki. So here our verb is datanin aliki or danin aliki, to place something aside. Okay, datanin aliki. So ali is side, aliki, it comes from aliyeki. Okay, so aliki or aliyeki. So it is like the father, the dad was putting each year 2 rubles aside. Okay. Pishti se salan, after 3 years, pishti se salan, 6 ruble, بقريكك مزن دباچك كده, باچك دعلبك تنكه ده, وعلبك خرجك ده هاتبون وشارتن. So here we need some vocabulary. So Greek is not, okay, like when you tie something that is not, right? Paçuk is a piece of cloth. Halbuk is bucket. Here it says halbukeke tanake, like literally a can, okay? So it is a metal, okay, metal bucket, so a can. And the khurjik is a saddle bag. Okay, so like after 3 years, 6 ruble in a piece of cloth with a big note, and this a piece of cloth in a can, and this can in a saddle bag was like had been hidden. Okay, so like the father of Erebê, Şemo, was hiding these 6 ruble, like in too many things. Okay, like in saddlebag there is bucket, in bucket there is piece, in the piece of, like inside the piece of cloth there is like note. Okay, and 6 ruble is inside all of this. So bavo digo, like the father used to say, bavo digo bse anchur rublendin ame bikarbin kereki jhore bikrin, with 3 or 4 ruble more we will be able to buy a donkey for us. Okay. Now let's go further. Gelek jaran, like many times, bavo greka bisir vedikar uperein pacharin grambaha je valadikar. So Greek, we said it is not or not. Bisir, so sir is secret, okay, sir. And the bisir is mysterious, okay. Vekirin, you know, vekir, it is to open. In the past, we say min vekir, I opened. And for I was opening, or I used to open, I will say min vedikir. Okay, it is, since it's a compound verb, you will insert your the, okay, min vedikir, te vedikir, we vedikir. And so, like many times, the father was opening these note like secretly, and was emptying. Okay, valakurin, to empty. So he was making, it's like he was emptying these like expensive copper monies. Okay. Badadere jarakadin out Martin, like with mom once more they were counting. So there is a typo, it should be Dijmarten. Okay, they were counting. So it is Dijmarten. It is in because it refers many rubles. Okay, if it was only 1 ruble and they were counting, it will be Dijmart. But since there are many rubles, ergativity works here, you will say Dijmarten. Okay, mesela. So you will say, so when you say min aw Dijmart, it is a bit like meaningless, but here, so when it is Dijmart, it means this aw is singular, okay? Singular object. But singular, not single, of course. But when you say min aw Dijmarten, so it means the object is plural, okay? Plural object, okay? So let's continue. Badadere jarakadin aw Dijmarten, like once more with mommy, they were counting, they used to count. The حساب خود خوشش دکرن و دجید جنوب Dijmarten. Literally, like the حساب خود in their calculations, خوشش دکرن, like they were confusing. Okay, dejide immediately they were counting once more again. Okay, Genova. So Genova, like from newly, from the beginning. Okay, Genova Dijmarten. Jarna em zaro jidenge wan shiarbui melwan deneri chawa Dijmeren. 1 second. Like sometimes we kids, so Zaro or Zarok, they're the same kids. So we kids, jidenge wan shiarbui, like awake from their voices. Melwandenary, we were looking at them. Chawa Dijmeren, how do they count? Okay, how they are counting. Behuriken pench sedu kopek rubel pektanin. So like hurik is like little, okay, like coins. Like hurik is like little, small. Like with littles 5, 3, 2 coins, they were making rubles. Okay, like they were counting coins, and they were making like dollars, okay, ruble. Pishtre parchika peret tede datani nav halbiki u halbikshi le nav khorjike. So and then they were putting these piece of cloth which is which there is money inside it in halbik and halbik in khorjik. Like again they were placing their money. And the ways of Staneda in this winter, Bavo Lijam Yunaniki Benave Palka Friandofilov Thabeti. Like in that summer, the father was working, Thabeti was working for a Greek called Palka Friandofilov. Lijam Yunaniki, literally next to a Greek, okay, for a Greek. We Ashek ugelek pezhabun. So we like we like this guy Palka Ashek ugelek pezhabun. He had a meal and many animals, many cattle. Okay, pez is a cat. So gelek pezhabun. It is habun. L'bahare l'maha adare, like in the spring, in the March. Normally we need to say bahare maha adar. Okay, we don't need the le actually, but in this book the writer used the bahare le maha adare. In the month of March, char ruble dan bavo. So this guy Palka gave 4 rubles to father. Okay, Sardaji. In addition to this, jibo khabata wiya bash, like for his good work. Jere paltoya askeri yakure friandafilov hediye kırın. So hediye kırın like diyari kırın, like to give as a gift. Okay, so they give as a gift a palto, like as a palto of a soldier, which was belonged to the son of Friandofilov. Okay, and then we see that they bought a donkey with this money. So here it is not mentioned, but and then like the writer speaks the situation after they bought donkey. Lidora haywan machan berekert u behela ma auber hundre kadine. So haywan like animal. So lidora haywan like around the animal. It refers donkey. Around the animal machan berekert, like literally we took a circle. Okay. Like they did a circle around the donkey they had bought. Oh, behela like with noisy, with behela with a noise. We took him, like we took him to the inside of Kadin or Kadun. We said Kadin is barn, this like small house. Okay. So finally they bought a donkey. So I like this part a lot, but it is too long to read with you together. And then we see that they are mentioned very nice like things about their animals. So you see it says avkeraha, like that animal, delala hamu malebo. Dalal is like beautiful, but as a noun it's beauty. Like this donkey was the beauty of the whole house. Okay. And then they speak about their villages. So they say, Bajare ku amnaha tedabun, like the city which we're inside now, Bere Kurdan jere kone sordegoten. Like before, Kurds called this kone sor. Le mahajiren urisen molakan jere nave Alexandroka danibo. Like, but immigrations. How do you say, like not a refugee but the other one, like these Moluccan people put the name Alexandroka for this village. And there are like details about the village and this one. So the next time we will read Tadaria Quran, I mean the first, like a part of this Tadaria Quran. And I will see you next time. Okay, so of course I will share these notes and these books with you as a link below under the video. Please let me know about your questions if you have any questions, okay? Thank you for joining me and watching me and supporting me. And don't forget, if you are looking for a Kurdish course, you can check our website or our Instagram accounts or Twitter accounts. I always announce our new course, like beginner, elementary, advanced, intermediate, pre-intermediate. Just check it and see if there is a course which suits you. And then join me to learn Kurmanji and to read more books. Thank you so much. Paka paka. Bye bye.